Hello, my cutie patooties, and welcome to Frickin'. We are here live with my Twitch. Twitch, would you like to say hello to the YouTube gang? We are going to be listening to Motionless in White, and this is the song called 570. And this actually came out 10 years ago. So we're going to be listening to something that is a little bit older of Motionless in White's. Although their new album called Decades came out today, as in, Rachel's gonna look at the date, July 17th, 2026. So if you guys haven't checked out their new album, definitely freaking do. We're probably gonna check it out at some point as well. We already checked out a couple of their songs, actually. Playing God, R.I.P., and I think one other one, but it's eluding me. Anyways, go check them out. Afraid of the Dark, that's it. Oh, and all three of those were bangers. So please go check them out. But we're going to be listening to 570 today. And before we jump in, as usual, my darlings, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, shall we get into it, my darlings? Right at the beginning, oh my god! Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so this is intense. A lot of, for the majority of the song, really, until you kind of get to that last portion that we just listened to, all harsh vocals of, and doing different things with like really low, harsh vocals and kind of playing with the range in there. And then the layering that they have with Chris and, I'm not familiar with that gentleman's name, but where is it? Where is he? Him. Because I also think he's doing some of the vocals there. When there's the portion that is very heavily layered, I think there's a mix of one of either Chris or this gentleman here doing the clean vocals and one of them doing the harsh vocals. And then layering them really close together in terms of volume. So then it almost creates this, like your brain kind of wants to go, oh, these are really gritty vocals, not full harsh vocals. But it's also quite not. So it creates kind of this little mind effery, you know? The reason why I said maybe I shouldn't say it, he made me think of Jared Leto. Okay? And I mean, technically, in this era, 30 Seconds to Mars, I'm like, is also I haven't actually listened to a ton of 30 Seconds to Mars, so I can't say if they're necessarily metal or rock, but he just looked Jared Leto vibes, that's all. But I also, like, people have their own opinions about Jared Leto, 36 to Mars, and all that stuff. So I'm like, Not comparing to that at all. It was literally just, he kind of looked like him. One last thing before we do continue, we want to look at the lyrics. Because yeah, I think I was like a minute and something. I remember this. So we'll just start here. Burn it down brick by brick, made in 2006. Made in 2006. That's very specific. What was made in 2006? Oh, Motionless in White originally was formed in 2005, but the members considered their real starting year as 2006, where all their activities began. Stop. I love that. Lost and found, losing grip, I needed this. Question me not, for I gave up everything. Forget me not, because I've not forgotten what this means. Strip me down, tear me apart. You'll find one theme left. No sign of stopping till my veins rest. Strip me down, tear me apart. You'll find one thing left. I fucking know where I came from. And nothing can replace those lessons learned. As I stood with my brothers on the side of the road, no longer haunted by skeletons, no longer haunted by the past. Well, this is beautiful. Talking about their debut EP, and, you know, their beginnings, their roots, and then also bringing in their trauma, their emotional journey, turmoil, whatever it is, and finding a home, an outlet, a therapy in a sense, because music is very powerful, with this group of people, and having it become something so important in their life, and feeling this healing happening when he says, no longer haunted by skeletons, no longer haunted by the past. As I stood my brothers on the side of the road. When he says like on the side of the road, I think it's kind of like perhaps when they're touring and stuff like that. But he uses the word stood by my brothers, so that this has become a family. Absolutely beautiful. It's also really cool too, because you have snippets in here, like this portion here. Just he's dancing with a whole bunch of these, all of these people, and I think it really symbolizes their journey, the connections they're making with people who connect to their music, and it's just absolutely lovely. But let's continue. Slowing it down? Okay.
I went to hell and back with no promise of return. So I'm friends with fire to keep on getting burned. No money, no sleep, dedication. 10 years on the road, this is sacred. And when I'm facing a wall, I do not quit. 'Cause if you mean it, you'll make it.
We gonna start with the bleh and we go in with the bleh. Oh my god, yes, Chris. His vocals are absolutely loco. Even now, even then, amazing. I do want to talk about some of the lyrics here, and there was also the way that Chris sang a particular lyric that I definitely think was on purpose, but definitely I'm glad that he did sing it the way that he did, and because it really hits home. And it's that lyric where he says, for so long, it's all I've known, I'm crossing over the undertow. For so long, no one was listening, I did my time. The way that he sings for so long, and the way that he lands on the word long and drags it out, and that you get that emotional, like, visceral response of like, so long. This is the way that I've been for so long. It's that tiredness, that frustration, but despite having that and feeling defeated and feeling exhausted and feeling frustrated and angry or sad or all, just whatever is sitting on your chest and making you like, it's despite all of that, you go back and you say, you live and you learn, you defy the terms, but this house will be my home. Beguiled, betrayed, it's a price we pay, as we trust will be our tomb. If you mean it, you'll make it. So it's beautiful how we start off kind of introducing, like, burn it down brick by brick, made from 2006. So talking about kind of, this song definitely feels like this song has a journey, a story, and you start off from the beginning, and then you're talking about tearing it all down and rebuilding it back up. Bigger, better, and more connected. Because there's also a portion that he says, so I made friends, I've been to hell and back with no promise of return. So I made friends with fire to keep from getting burned. No money, no sleep, dedication, 10 years on the road, this is sacred. And when I'm facing a wall, I do not quit, because if you mean it, you'll make it. So kind of, it's a very interesting phrase. One, it definitely is talking about dedication, resilience, and not giving up. But that particular phrase that says, I made friends with fire to keep from getting burned. It's almost kind of like, I made friends with the pain, so then the pain would not hurt me the way it would if I was constantly trying to, like, fight it off, you know? And I think that definitely shows, at least for me, I've dealt with, like, mental health stuff throughout my whole life, and I still do. But it's kind of the exposure therapy, in a sense, where you sit with your feelings instead of trying to control your thoughts and fight off those feelings. It's kind of sitting with the uncomfortability, sitting with what is making you feel sad, happy, angry, whatever it is. Maybe not happy, but you should sit with something that makes you happy, though, because that's a good feeling. But in terms of negative feelings, that's part of it. But you sit with those feelings and you let it kind of ride its course. Because a lot of times it's like we have a feeling that we don't like and it reaches its peak and we bat it away, or we get distracted, or we, you know, in some cases, and which is not good, but it does happen. I'm like, I've done it before. You self-medicate with alcohol or whatever, and you stop. You stop the bad feeling at its peak. But what if you ride it through and then see where you end up? And that was kind of what that meant to me when he says, I made friends with the fire to keep from getting burned. It's like I got familiar with the pain, the turmoil, the anger, whatever it was. So then I wouldn't have to go through this horrible visceral reaction and then trying to kind of get rid of it. It's like, okay, well, sit with it. And the more you sit with it, the more you can digest it, understand it, work through it, versus just keep having it kind of well up and hit you. I really enjoyed this. I feel like the last time I reacted to Motionless in White, I was like, welcome to my TED Talk. And I'm like, I did it again. But that was really good. I think it has a beautiful, beautiful message of resilience, dedication, not giving up, while also explaining that it wasn't an easy road. And there's a lot, it's complicated, but you can do it. I think it's really beautiful. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my reaction to this. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you cute patooties in the next one.